It's my great privilege to second the resolution presented by Sri Chidambaramji. As I stand before you all, there are two streams of thought is in my mind. As workers of the Congress Party and the citizens of India, we are proud about the achievement in India. We can recall only the contributions of our successive Congress governments for making India self-reliant and more strong. This resolution mentions that there is philosophical difference in our economic vision and that of the BJP. The liberalization and globalization was the need of the hour in the 1990s. We were under global pressure due to the changing scenario of the world economic order. But the economy grew like never before. We created jobs, we opened new avenues, and we created more wealth also. The pertinent question is how we shared these fruits of growth. In my opinion, we shared these fruits of growth with the poor people of India. You know, in our time, the wealth in terms of money and opportunity, which were created under the new order, were redistributed to the toiling millions of Indians. We spent money for setting off the farmers' debt. We spent money for creating jobs through MN Narega. We spent money for health through National Rural Health Mission, and we spend money for education also. That means we never forgot our economic philosophy laid down by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. We followed the principles of Nehruvian socialism. The BJP never could even come with such a flagship project for the poor. They always promoted the corporates. Their primary concern was some selective corporates only. Socialistic distribution of wealth or the redistribution or the equitable distribution of wealth is neither their cup of tea nor is something in their turn they must learn. And their perspective is narrow, and sadly their vision is outdated. They are soon becoming a national disaster alliance. This is our reply to some of our leaders in the left parties, those who are spreading and those who are talking always that there is no difference between BJP and the Congress Party as far as the economic policy is concerned. My leaders and friends, November 8th of 2016 is the day our Honorable Prime Minister declared the demonetization. I think 2016, the International Fools Day falls on November 8th and not on April 1st. People have been suffering for the last 2 years by this utter nonsense exercise, which created unprecedented confusion in India. People are suffering like never before. Their lives are being under stress, and ultimately the country's growth and the economic security is also under threat. My friends, gone are the days of a party and a prime minister would take care of their fellow citizens. Then there will be a question, then how we failed in the elections? My answer, my simple answer is that we failed in the elections only because of we failed to communicate our achievements with the people. Even at these bad times, in my opinion, we are failing to communicate in many areas. Since beyond it is my subject, I don't want to elaborate that point. My friends, this resolution clearly mentioned about the growing inequality. Of course, it is a global phenomenon, but poverty cannot be justified in terms of number. It is not just having a very lower income. It is also lack of education, opportunities, denial of justice, having no land, having no health facilities, having no portable drinking water, and having no supporting systems. As party workers and leaders, we must see these people all are around us. And while we proudly see India becoming a global giant and being a stiff competitor to countries like China, let us not forget the ordinary Indian citizen of this country who silently suffers. As Gandhiji said, our litmus test should be whether our policies is taking care of the poorest of the poor. If it is not, then rethink about it. If it is adversely affecting the interest of the large community of Indian people, then we have to change it. If it is adversely pushing the people to the sidewalks of the civilized life, then we have to amend it. After we introduced this new order, 26 years have gone. I think this is the right time for introspection and self-criticism. We need to introduce few radical changes in the present economic policy to cope up with the new challenges faced by the Indian economy and social situation. As an MLA for the last 17 years, one of the things which I had to found very difficult was the land acquisition for the development projects. On all such occasions, the ordinary people were forced to leaving their homesteads, were tears in their eyes. It was the UPA's landmark legislation initiated by a strong stand of Madam Sonia Ji. We address that issue justly and humanely for the first time in independent India. So let us rededicate ourselves for the well-being of farmers, working class, and small traders, and men and women for toiling in India. That is what Gandhiji and Nehru taught us. I thank all the leaders for giving me an opportunity here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.